We're showing off the complete cinema. This is our 150-inch frameless screen. I didn't add it in the first time when I was actually showing up the screen, but the screen has no frame in it whatsoever. This is using a form of spandex material. Classical music playing in the background. But this is using a spandex material we picked up over on Amazon, and we have the coating sprayed into it, the complete cinema sprayed into it. So that way I can make the screen a lot more portable. When you spray them in, it's a lot more easier to be able to transport the screens because they kind of fold with the material. Where if we want to make a permanent fixed frame screen, we would pretty much stiffen the material by just priming it. So this is a reaction of our technology. Our technology does have that amazing real ambient projection technology, which we can use our screens in fully lit environments. We're not subjected to dark environments. I want to pause this just for a minute here and show you my environment. One of the things I see a lot in demonstrations, I see a lot of windows in the environment, and these windows don't have the blinds fully open, and becomes a dark environment, which you can see where my screen is sitting at. I can easily darken this environment so the screen can actually produce a better image. But again, like I said, being an expert in the field of ambient light projection technology, why would I? So that's something our screens don't have to deal with. We don't have to be stuck in dark environments in order to make our picture quality look a little better. So I'm gonna go show you around. There's my cat Taco looking out the window. And as you see, our blinds are fully open, so you can see objects on the other end. Same thing back here. I see a lot of demonstrations. People have blinds or windows and the back where their screens are actually where the window lights coming in at, and this will be all blocked with bookcases. It'll be blocked with furniture. It'll have all kinds of objects in the windows just to block as much light as possible. And that's something you don't want. Those are fake demonstrations. Those are not real demonstrations. We see a lot of people doing that. And then again, like I said, the front of the screen where the wall sits at tells the entire story on how much light is actually physically making contact with the screen. It's supposed to look like a TV. Now, let me show you my projector over here. I'm using my Chrissy 505. I'm gonna get this out of the way. Sorry, we're a little messy in here today. So we're using our Chrissy, if I can slide this back, there we go. There's my Chrissy LW 505 projector. I paid only $500 for the projector. That's it, so no expensive projector is required. And as you can see, I can come up here. Let's see what time we got right now for Alexis. Alexis, what time is it?
It's 10:57 a.m.
So 10:57 a.m. I can have all my windows open. I don't have to worry about the screen ever washing out. And again, I'm at a whopping 150 inches. Our technology can see a 100% contrast level. We don't pick up like gray or white screens or certified screens. We can actually see a black contrast level.
These little weenies, not with my low energy.
In Planet Fitness, there's hope.
As you can see the reflections from the lines coming off the water. That's how crystal clear the image is. And like I said, we don't require high-end expensive projectors. Now, as I mentioned, this is a frameless screen or frameless setup. So I have no frame in it at all, period, whatsoever. It's completely frameless. And I can stand in any area I want in the environment, and my screen will pull no matter what, or our screen paint will pull. That's the beautiful thing about our technology. Our customers do not have to be subjected to being trapped in the dark. This gives you the ability to take our screen paints and convert anything you want into an OLED-like advanced ambient projection screen. Clean the images. This is why I can't wait for this summer. We'll have the screen on display outside, which will have plenty of traffic for people to be able to see the technology. And using the projectors we're using, again, it's not going to cost us a lot of money. As you can see, we don't have any lights or anything peppered out the environment to give it the illusion that the area is well lit. And this is the reason why we got to make a call out for you people out there making these screen paint products and certified screens. You do not have ambient light projection technology. Simple? Well, if you have ambient light projection technology and if they have a 100% contrast level, they'll be able to produce any contrast level without being in the dark. What else I got on this reel? I found this last night. I had to make sure I got an.
Come to TurboTax.
I had to make sure I saved this one because there's some really good videos on here.
Do your taxes. Meet with an expert who will do them for you, so you can do taxes.
Now in the links we post below, we actually added also to our test demonstrations under our products. We also post in information on where to purchase and buy the product. Nope, we don't need all that, thank you. This is how a screen is supposed to react. Alexis, what time is it?
It's 11:03 a.m.
Most people around this time, from the videos I've seen so far, nothing but dark environments. At 100 inches. You can't do this with your white or gray projection screen or your gunmetal. It's time for an upgrade. Like in my last demonstrations at my last place, I can do something that other screens can't do. I can look out my window. The reason why we say it is because people have no choice but to darken their environments because, again, you can't display your screens on this level. That means the ambient light projection technology is fake. And since a gray and white screen can't see a true 100% contrast level, they can't even see color correctly. clearly said before I even moved into this property over here that when I move into my place, as any other place I've ever moved into, I never change the environment. The environment always stays the exact same way. Just because we have a 150-inch screen means we don't kill the overhead lights and put a bunch of lamps in the background. We don't blacken out the curtains, put in black blinds and put furniture to block out window light and then put a bunch of little lights inside to make it look like it's a well-lit environment. No, we don't change the environment. And it's going to look the same way as when I first saw it. I'm not going to change anything about it. I've seen people, we had seen their complete environment completely changed to accommodate the screen. It didn't look that way when they moved into it, but apparently it just went darker. We don't do that. Let's see where we want to go next. Let's see. Just like when I saw the demonstration with elite screens in the hotel. With the hotel they're in? Yeah, we're in a hotel. Literally, the hallway was brighter than the inside where the screens were being displayed. So they had to alter and change the environment to accommodate the screens. It's not ambient light projection technology. Starfield screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
If you can't do this in a fully lit environment at 150 inches, then there's something wrong there with your screen. OLED demonstrations, YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
We're doing this earlier on a stream for some other place. There you go. Now, the one thing we watch these demonstrations trying to be performed on gray, white screens or gunmetals, number one, you got to pull that black background at 100% in a fully lit environment. Doing it with the lights out doesn't count. Unless you're telling the customer in order for them to see a black level, they got to be in the dark. For the ambient light controlled environment, that's a funny one right there. Never could understand that one. Claim to have ambient light projection, but they have to be in a controlled environment. How does that even work? Either works or it doesn't. 8K desired nature.
Getting that from YouTube.
That one. These were just for the plane. Oh, there we go. That's why I keep thinking the word ambient light projection is being used too loosely. Certifies, unless you can show that you can do what we're doing over here, you don't have it. And for people who have, like I said, gray or white screens, and you're in the dark trying to show up a contrast level, that is a fail. Contrast level should be the display with the lights on or off. And it should have extremely good ambient light projection technology. This is why when I tell you, when I saw the screen that had a 1.1 gain, that's a bad sign. Black screens need extremely high gain capabilities because they have to accept white light. That's why. White screens have a 1.1 or a 0.1 or a 2.1 or 2.0. So how does a black screen have that? White screens don't require a high amount of gain. Let's see how amazing that looks on my $500 projector. Yep, 500 bucks. And all the demonstrations I've seen, they can't even match the price of my projector. Now, I'm going to say this again, and I always will in all the videos. For the naysayers who believe that our demonstrations aren't real, you got to catch up. Every time we make one of these videos, mind you, having 70 videos or more to go through in our category. So what I'm talking about here is we have people who think our video demonstrations are fake. So we put the entire test page and demonstration page up as a match or better challenge, which means they have to match every single video on all demonstrations, including test demonstrations that can last anywhere from an hour to 3 hours long. All of them. Now, I can be brutal. I could go back to when we first started developing black technology, and that was 8 years ago. We can go pull those too. And those were under beta testers. Let's see where we want to go here on this one. Let's go there. To see how much light we have in the environment. Now the reason why we see a lot of demonstrations, even with the certifies on 100-inch screens, because in a demonstration for us, a 100-inch screen is considered to be a small screen. So usually when they're doing demonstrations, they'll stick to a small screen, ultra short throw projectors. So number one, there's no distance throw. They're not going to lose a lot of lumens, and they can try to maintain as much of the picture as possible. They'll use an ambient light controlled environment to basically keep and maintain the image that they're trying to produce. And at 100 inches, they can compress the image a little bit smaller than 150 or 120 inch on display. 150 would be the hardest thing to display in a demonstration in a fully lit environment, displaying every level you can possibly think of. This is why when you watch demonstrations on ultra short throws, they keep them within the 100 range. We don't do that. When we do ultra short throws, we knock them at 140 to 150. We take them way outside the box. This is how your projection setup is supposed to work. My projector sits back around almost 20 feet from my screen. Of our technology is to make sure our customers get the very best from their investment. Keep in mind, we do not support knockoff projectors. So like I said, check the specification sheets so you can see if your projector's on the list. Other than that, it's designed to give our customers the best from their projectors. My projector was discontinued in 2012. And this is what I'm getting from a 2012 projector. Let's go elsewhere and see where we want to go to next. Oh, let's go check out Hawaii.
Step into the scene, just doing my thing.
For Expedia members, travel doesn't end at
See if we can bypass this and get right on with it. There we go. Now, if we're going to talk about quality, quality does not require an overpriced projector. If we're going to talk about quality, we need a screen that's going to pull a 100% contrast level, even in a fully lit environment. And if we're going to talk about quality, it shouldn't cost you thousands of dollars to do so. Keep in mind, our technology can overpower certified screens. So for the price we charge for our technology compared to a $3,000 to $5,000, even $1,500 certified projection screen, well, like I said, our product is outstanding. Let's go someplace else. Let me see where we want to go to next. Like that demonstration. Let's check this one out. I still understand how a gray and white screen, we don't see too much white screen, we see a lot of gray screens. How do gray screens claim to be using OLED demonstrations? OLEDs are not gray, they're black. Never could understand that one. It shouldn't even be on a gunmetal, to tell you the truth, because it's not black. If you bought an OLED and you got it home and you opened up the box and you found that your screen was gray or gunmetal, would you keep it or take it back? I think you would take it back because it's supposed to be black. AK, Earth.
Getting that from YouTube.
Showing up the screen's technology to be able to show up its heightener technology, which allows the screen to receive and understand white light. This is why screen paints are supposed to have higher gains than 1.1. It's extremely low. And you got gunmetals that come at 0.9 and 0.8. The reason why I'm that, we're not going to speak of the person, but the individual who basically called himself making a black screen, did not know what he was doing, and he rated the screen's gain at a 1.1, which is extremely bad for black technology. That means it has a very bad time trying to pick up white light. It means the balance is going to be completely off. So much the equivalence of painting your screen with everyday black paint, which means it would never pass a black versus black demonstration because it wouldn't be able to maintain its white levels. That's why there's no test on the products using black versus black. We made that up there. Yeah, that's our test. We do the black versus black. Now the fabric we had this on, the surface we had this painted on, we got this at Amazon for 48 bucks. Just a basic fabric spandex screen, coated with our technology. I suggest you do, if you're going to do the, what do you call it, portable? I have a portable, so mine I can take it down and I can ball it up and stick it in the box and bring it right back up and do the exact same thing over and over again without a crack in or peeling, because there's several different applications. We don't want people to think that they can roll this on. If you roll it on, it's going to be a different story. The screen's going to be much stiffer, and this is going to require a 2-coat application with primer, which we do all our screens that way to begin with. But when you're working with cloth, like cotton, that's something's going to become a bit rigid and stiff. We use that for outdoor screens. We can fold them up with no problem without them cracking or peeling, but it's a different kind of material. This is spandex. This is much different. So you have to apply this on with a paint sprayer, a very light coating. That's all it takes for it to activate. That's it. So many options you can use our technology. And this will give you a complete portable screen, which I'm planning to use this one this summer. That's why I didn't connect it to the wall with the frame. It's connected using multiple screws. That's it. So when I get done, I'll take this off the wall if I choose to, and I'll hook it up to my photo background frame with some clamps, and I'll take it out to the park with my Delta 1300 power supply unit, and I'll watch a movie in the park. And the reason why I chose to do it this way is because technically I don't want to build. I want something I can set up fast and easy and be done. I really didn't even know the wall could do 150 inches, to tell you the truth. When I first came here and looked at the place, I'm thinking 138. But then once I stretched out the material, yep, 150 inches. Now, some places will allow you to drill into the wall. I don't know why they wouldn't to begin with. How you're going to hang up portraits or paintings at the end of the day. There's our screws right there. Completely frameless, no frame. And this goes for anyone who says, well, screens this dark or too black and they can't pick up anything. We don't have that issue.
Let me give you a piece.
We don't have that issue with our screens not having the ability to be able to pick up. So where do you want to go to next? Let's go with Sony 4K demonstrations, YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
Oh, definitely want to do this one. No. Definitely want to do this one. Then we'll do that one. I think tomorrow we're going to do a demonstration. Simple. Just a start for demonstration on color, and a demonstration on white levels. We're going to go on YouTube and see how many people are matching our demonstrations at 150 inches, fully lit environment at a projector at only $500. Without calibrating or any of that nonsense. I explained to you, if you're told to calibrate your projector, that means your screen can't pick up color. That's the only reason why you're not calibrating, because you can't see color. That's what they got on this channel. Oh, I was looking for something new. I forgot I was watching Tom and Jerry back there earlier today. I'm always curious what other channels have on there. I want to check out this one right here real quick. Let's go to, let's see. Oh, haven't seen this one yet. Hey, take a look, there's a bigger version of you. across from me got their windows popped open, looking at the giant screen. When I leave out today, I always get the same question: was that a TV or a projection screen? And we tell them it's a projection screen. Because again, at the end of the day, people they really believe that if you have a projector set up, you're trapped in the dark. You can't have windows open, you can't have lights on, your screen will wash out. And then when they go on YouTube and they do their research on projectors, that's all they see, unless they bump into one of our demonstrations and they see it's not so. Told you, white levels on the Complete Cinema, our technology in the Black series is a beast. Now the whole theory behind black screens, of what I heard from some other people like Goose Screen, other companies, said that the reason why black screens have to be done in ambient light controlled environments because they have a very difficult time maintaining white light because it's a black surface. That's what they believe. We don't believe that because we can show them right there. It's not a problem. Our technology doesn't have that issue. Chances are I'll probably end up installing a screen next door because, like I said, every time I fire this thing up, the windows pop a little bit. I'm pretty sure that they can't see the projector. Literally can't see it. I don't know what TV would have these kind of curved looks to it, but you know. 4K snow screensavers.
Getting that from YouTube.
This was changed. It was also updated. I seen an updated version of it. So someone came and updated it. Because we use this a lot in our demonstrations. Usually when we use these demonstrations, other people that are probably testing screen paints are probably using it too. Which don't care at the end of the day, but like I said, this was updated. Thank you. Either way, it did make a difference, but yeah, thank you anyway. Talk about peace of mind. "4K snow screensavers."
Getting that from YouTube. $5, 5 golden, flaky, tender, saucy bucks.
This is the truck that helps keep families safe.
Windows open, buddy.
The truck that helps you.
Jump out the window, look at the road. There you just rather mess around with the wires under the projector. It's got a big old window. Go to your window, man. Leave my projector wires alone. Thank you. of the things I love the most is how you have people that may say that our technology is so dark you can't see it, but yet we can produce in fully lit environments, but yet screen paints that are claiming to be to see in fully lit environments have to stay in the dark or they wash out. Let me know if you see any demonstrations on this level. We always tell our customers before you buy from us, go see how many people are doing the same demonstrations. See if anyone's matching better on demonstrations. Now, if our product comes up that dark in the dark, how much more difficult would it be able to display at 150 inches in a fully lit environment? And for those people who want to say, well, you're using 5,000 lumens. 5,000 lumens doesn't even pick up on it's certified in a fully lit environment, let alone with the lights out. And these are screen paints that haven't even begun to even challenge certified yet. With the white levels in. Look at Taco sitting there looking at the, I'm gonna leave it on time. I got you. Sitting there watching. Cat TV, mice.
Getting that from YouTube.
Hold on, Taco, hold on. I should put a commercial. Uh-oh. Beautiful thing about projection screens over TVs, if I had kids and they were going to have a matchbox fight, they can hit that screen all day long, it won't get damaged. I had we had discussions, I always go to forum sites with the OLED TVs, because again, the first thing to say is, well, projection screens can't be used in fully lit environments, they require expensive projectors. I can't say calibrate, because I've seen people calibrate TVs. And they can't produce 100% contrast, which is the first thing they always say. Now, if he's doing the math correctly, and cats are really good at math, he would realize that the mouse is actually bigger than he is. But he still sits there as if it's a challenge. He's a bit confused there. He hears bird sounds, but he sees a mouse. He knows the difference between the two, that mice don't make bird sounds. So he's going to the window right now because he thinks that sound's coming from the windows, but the mouse is over here. All right, let's just fun with Taco for a little bit. Let's see. Oh, let's do something gray screens can never do, or white screens can't do. Outer space screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
I'm gonna put it back on because I got to go and do some work on the website, so you can go watch whatever you want to watch.
CarMax is reimagining car buying for you, so you can buy online or on the lot. All with an unmatched everyday money back guarantee. That's car buying reimagined. CarMax.
Wouldn't it be better if a leather holster could lock? With limited carry options, responsible gun owner.
Favorite thing Taco likes to watch, you wouldn't believe it, is soccer. He loves to watch soccer. Go. So where battery pack is at? Oh, battery pack is dead. I'll get myself another battery pack. trying to find a cord or an outlet, I can just take the battery pack, drop it to the floor, and that's it. Just have that line out of the way. There we go. Choose the most expensive of the certifies. One for $5,000, and that is a white sheet of paper up there. So that's a gunmetal certified screen. That's to represent those that you have great screen paint products. You can't beat that screen because that's gunmetal technology. It produces better contrast and produces a higher white level. It's much more advanced. White screen, well, that's a white screen at the end of the day. That's what most people have. Most people have the white screen. Because after they see what the gunmetal costs, well, they'll just stay over where the white screen is at because gunmetals are extremely expensive. And this is a 150-inch screen. And you're talking about $3,000 to $5,000 for a screen that's 100 inches. Starfield screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
I get this in form sites all the time. There's too much light in the environment. How the heck do you have ambient light rejection? You're complaining about too much light in the environment. How does that even work? That's my personal favorite one as in a comeback. Well, you have too much light in the environment. It's not fair. What do you mean it's not fair? It screams ambient light rejection. It's like $5,000. How's that even an argument at the end of the day? So I just spent $5,000 for a screen at 100 inches, and the argument here in the room and discussion we're having is there's too much light in our environment. So I got to be in an ambient light controlled environment to use that screen? Then I'm not going to spend $5,000 for that. Well, you don't have the right projector. Your projector should be a high-end, but you're telling me I got to spend more money for a projector just so I can see that screen over there. That's not a buying point for me at all. At the end of the day, you just tell me I have to spend more money. Or the colors aren't and a fair challenge because you got to calibrate. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard in my entire life. So I'm going to buy me a brand new projector. It's going to cost me an arm and a leg with the screen that costs me an arm and a leg. And I'm going to be in there calibrating my projector in an ambient light controlled environment. Oh yes, that's definitely worth the money. And this is what customers are told all the time. So at the end of the day, what did you pay for? What did you get from your projector that you purchased? What did you get? This fellow's sitting there with a $30,000 JVC. Way over $2 million to one. The projectors they have in there make a P2 look like a paperweight. How much money a JVC projector costs? They're not cheap. They're right in the same range as Rocco's and Barcodes. And Christie's if they're brand new. So you just spent all that money for that machine and you're going to tell me that it's not a fair challenge because we have to be in an ambient light controlled environment? Nah, it's dumb nonsense at the end of the day. That's what all companies tell you to make up for what their screens can't do. screen doesn't pull up proper color, the customer complains about it because chances are he or she did not get the same screen that they had in the showroom when they were showing off the projector, because the screen costs a ton of money along with the projector. And they probably thought, wow, this projector has all these capabilities. I'll just go out and buy myself a simple white screen, and the projector will take all that magic and push it into my white screen. And I'll be able to do this in a fully lit environment, not knowing that the screen that they were using in the promo cost a lot of money to give them that somewhat environment or ambient controlled environment. So you go to a bunch of forum sites trying to figure out what is wrong with your projector, because you think it's your projector that's having the problem. You don't think it's a screen, especially if you paid $5 grand for it. And those of you who have white screens who believe that the projector is going to fix all the problems, this is where your journey begins. So you go to these forum sites and they'll tell you that, hey, look, you're going to have to calibrate your projector to get your colors correctly. You just bought a brand new projector and now you're calibrating this machine. Are you kidding me? What's the point of the 1,000,000-to-1 or 1,000,000-to-1 color wheel on it? Is you got to calibrate your colors. That's why the calibration is just idiotic. Do you have any idea how much color a projector can produce? And you're calibrating this thing to get the colors correct? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. That's what I'm talking about. You spent all this money for 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, maybe 50 million to 1 contrast, and yet everything you do is in the dark, because if you turn the lights on, your contrast level washes out. That does not look good at the end of the day. So where's the option? How do you fix the problem? For those who can't afford the expensive gunmetal, you're subjected to white screens and gray paints. And for those you can afford the high-end technology, you are not even getting what you paid for. And then surrounding the whole entire screen is our technology, which costs less than the gunmetal, more higher performance in the gunmetal, and pretty much can wipe the floor with the white and gray screen with no problem whatsoever, and we cost far less. And our customers can get up in the middle of the day, just like this, at 150 inches on a $500 projector that's not even calibrated, that most people in the rooms I like to go into would consider this to be nothing more than a giant paperweight, and I could do this. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Our object when we come in here is basically to explain to customers that are buying for the first time that you do not have to be subjected to the nonsense you've been going through when buying a projector. This is why most people would just settle with a TV and be done with it. They don't want to go through the headache of a projector. They don't realize that the technology we have makes it far easier for the customer now to choose what projector they want at the end of the day, not what they have to have, what they should have. And not turn their living rooms or their den or whatever they're going to have the projection screen at into a dark cave because the screen in fear of washing out. All right, well, with that being said, products are available on our website with free worldwide shipping. I got to go. Thank you all for your time, and God bless.